in terms to mention the name of that. I salute that woman who spent, I remember, 30, 40 years of her life taking care of that school. Mrs. Sushma Gupta and her friends are there. Vishwash Self-Help Promotional Society, like the name speaks, Vishwash Self-Help. They are trying to form the self-help groups for the underprivileged people of our society, and they guide them and train them about small business so that the economic conditions can be improved. Mr. Haripal Gupta is the one who is trying to create that Vishwash in those people who need it badly. Mr. Haripal Gupta is around, no, he's not. Charity from scratch. Mrs. Tima Soy is trying to see along with her friends, is trying to provide artificial limbs, hold medical camps, and sponsor education for the needy students. And they also collect redundant household items for the use of the people who do not have them. You have them and you throw them away if you give it to them. Mrs. Tima Soy, they make use of them by giving it to those who can use them. Guru Kripa Seva Mission Trust. Mr. Arun Atri and his team perform the last rites, that's the cremation of bodies and immersion of the ashes out of unclaimed bodies. Is Mr. Arun Atri or anybody from this society there? Yes, they are one friend here. It was their performance, the work was covered in the paper some time back, and I read about it, and I met one of the gentlemen from this society. Guru Kripa, जिससे गुरु की कृपा होगी वो ये काम कर पाएगा. Very good job being done. Eko Sikh is another NGO being run by Ravneet Pal and his friends. They look into the environment issues in our town. Ravneet Pal Singh and his friends. Art of Living Ludhiana chapter. I am sure most of you must have heard Art of Living. And this Ludhiana chapter, they arrange camps, and this is for the stress management and service initiatives. Ludhiana chapter is involved in drug de-addiction, prisoner rehabilitation, and educating children from the slum area. The center is at Gyan Mandir on Pakowal Road. Those who are interested, I'm sorry there is no number given, but you can definitely contact RPG and find out if anyone is interested in it. Nikhil Single Noble Trust. This is being looked after by Mrs. Dolly Singhal and her family probably. They provide medicines to the poor. There you are, Mrs. Dolly Singhal. They provide medicines to the needy and poor in the civil hospital who cannot afford it, and they provide financial help for the medical operations also for the poor. They have given scholarships to 500 brilliant poor students, and it reminds me of two more NGOs which we have not entered into, like Nehru Siddhant Kendra Trust. They provide scholarship to hundreds of school children, poor who cannot afford their uniforms also, and it runs into to the needy and brilliant students, girl students at the Ludhiana colleges too. And then we have another Guru Gobind Singh Charitable Trust.
Madam, it is now 700 students.
Ji?
It is now 700 students.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm extremely sorry. It was by mistake, the 500 is 700 needy and brilliant children. And Guru Gobind Singh Charitable Trust is a trust which provides medical aid to the poor and the needy in CMC. It's running for the last 40 years, and it gives aid to the tune of lakhs of rupees per year, but you will never hear about them, you will not read it in a newspaper. There are only few people who are involved into it, and they are doing a wonderful job. And I'm sure there are hundreds of other organizations and people who are assisting and working for the welfare of the city, and whose names I'm sure, because we couldn't get all of you and we couldn't probably include all of you, so they are there in the town. and I was reading about Nikhil Singh's Noble Trust because I happened to Nehru Stan Kendra Trust, how much they are doing for the, they must have provided help to thousands of students by now, and there are students who started getting aid from the lower KG and have done post-graduation with assistance from the Nehru Stan Kendra and similarly other trusts. And I'm sure that many people who are in the private industry are also assisting people for making their life. Seva Sahयोग. This is a tradition of NGOs. Like Mrs. Swan said, we are together here to discuss and interact with one another and see if we have the common areas of interest, if there's overlapping. And with this very idea, this effort was made by especially Jago people, and we collected the NGOs and we all made Seva Sahयोग, and in which there are many NGOs who work together and they have common goal, they discuss with one another, they help one another. Neelam Kapoor, Jaswant Rai Kaushal and Pankaj Jindal are the team who are working together. And members of the Seva Sahयोग, we have a list of them, like we have Jago, Bharat Vikas Patient Charitable Trust, we have Islam Zindagi, we have Angad Dev Educational and Welfare Society, we have Entrepreneurship Training and Rural Development Initiative, we have UMA, we have Avani, we have Sambhav in this Seva Sahयोग, we have Shwash Self-Help Promotion Society, we have Bharat Vikas Parishad, we have Sarat Kalyan Mission, Seva Bharati, Ma Sabha Ludhiana, Maharaja Agastyan Seva Sangh, Glodus, Sanskara Eye Hospital Ludhiana, Stigmate and Kamdhenu Adarsh Gaushala. They are, as I said, there are hundreds, not in only 100 but hundreds of NGOs working in Ludhiana, and we try to enlist as many of you as we could possible. Thank you, each one of you, for listening to us so carefully, and thank you for your presence. And I also repeat once again, if there's anything that we could mention, if there's anything that was wrongly written or displayed, we are apologies. And if you point this out, we'll surely make corrections and see that we do not. Dream and Beauty Charitable Trust is one, which is just reached us, and they are located in Indira Colony in the Chandigarh Road, and which is to make progressive change through sustained efforts in building healthier, happier and inclusive society. Thank you for bringing this to our notice.
Madam, organization for welfare of
senior citizens. I know that we have senior citizens that you have.
This is Senior Citizens Welfare Association.
Yes, yes, that is very important. That you do a very good job. This another senior. There are number of societies, but Mr. Karkara and his team is working a lot for the senior citizens of Ludhiana. Thank you, each one of you.
Before we end this session, I would also like to add Mr. Anand from the Oswald Institute is here. It's amazing the sort of work they're doing. They are actually, there's a course of MSc IT, the skill development course for over 5 years. They train the weaker section. They don't advertise because, the fact that they get in deserving students also, and these weaker students will be left out. So they give the skill set to these students in a period of 1 year. So Mr. Anand, thank you so much for joining us today.
Doctors opposing sex-selective termination.
Yeah, we have finished with that slide.
We came late, so we would just like to stand up and identify ourselves.
Thank you so much, Dr. Guinea. Thank you so much, Dr. Deepa. Welcome. I would, Mrs. Paramjeet, a very, very, very respected LMA member, has gone into a lot of effort to take the feedback from various NGOs and to see how the linkages can happen. So I would request Mrs. Paramjeet to please take the session forward. Thank you.
Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, worthy members of the management, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Today I will be trying to have all the NGOs working together, what is the need, why should they all come together? I'll throw light into some of these areas. So dear friends, when we talk about India and the modern world today, there are lots and lots of social, economic and environmental challenges for government, civil organizations and private sectors which cannot be effectively solved alone. To achieve a holistic vision of development, the state requires the consecutive and collaborative engagements of the civil society in its various development activities and programs. Non-government organizations, NGOs, as the operational arm of the civil society, therefore, have an important role in the development processes. NGOs are actually formally registered not-for-profit association of groups of individuals founded on the principles of equality, altruism and voluntary work spirit to promote human development, including environment and biodiversity and nation building. Increasingly, the existence of NGOs is proving to be a necessity rather than a luxury in societies throughout the modern world. Prompted by the inadequacies of the state and the market, citizens across the globe have developed organizations of civil society, that is NGOs, to help address a variety of social needs. NGOs have significantly influenced the development of laws and policies on several important social issues, such as the right to information, juvenile justice, ending corporal punishment in schools, anti-trafficking, resettlement of development-induced displaced people, to name a few. It's an opportunity for the self-organization of society where enthusiastic citizens work together voluntarily, promote social values and work for civic goals to enable experimentation and social challenge by taking on the challenges that the public and private sectors can't and won't. NGOs preserve a unique and essential space between for-profit sector and government sector as a vibrant third sector, a middle ground which promotes additional checks and balances in the society. These can build creative and productive partnerships across and among three sectors: government, non-profit and non-government sectors. Even the 9th five-year plan proposed that NGOs should play a role in development on the public-private partnership model. With the increasing role of NGOs in development activities, they are now attracting professionals from various other sectors, and capacities are being built in support areas such as financial management, resource mobilization, human resources, leadership development, government governance procedures, and institutional development. Dear friends, I have a great appreciation for the serious challenges that NGOs are braving today and are continuously taking up hard efforts to shape the future of our society. Today, a large number of NGOs are actively involved in highlighting and solving serious societal and other issues in a broad array of fields, namely environment, health, poverty alleviation, art and culture, education, just to name a few. When we review their work, these workers work day and night to empower citizens and promote change at the grassroots level. Their devotion to their cause is highly appreciable. They are contributing greatly to nation building. But I feel the need of the hour is to come together at a common platform and promote courage of conviction, the power of integrity of one to take stands, speak out and lead change in all areas. Together we should play as game changer to promote poor development through leadership on participatory research, community empowerment and search for developmental activities. Now I come to the benefits of getting together at a common platform. The first benefit is pooling of resources. Here I'll quote a few examples to what I mean by this. Mahasabha had a spare room. Jago, the inclination and volunteers to run a skill development center for women. The center set up by these two, Mahasabha and Jago, by their joint efforts is doing a wonderful job in Sunet. Another example, on 16th of April, Seva, Jago, Bharat Vikas Parishad and Mahasabha pooled resources to organize a medical camp wherein 528 patients were treated, 110 spectacles were given, 9 cataract surgeries were done and another 85 eye corrections were done. Jago had some funds for running a mobile dispensary, but not enough to buy the right van and also run it. Bharat Vikas Parishad had resources just enough for the van and were looking for funds to run it. Both NGOs decided to pitch in. Since its inauguration on 23rd June 2012, the van has already benefited about 1,000 patients. Second is pooling of manpower. For example, so many meetings were organized in support of India against corruption. Not only several NGOs participated, hundreds of citizens pitched in their individual capacity. Every year, on the Independence Day Eve, erstwhile badly neglected statues of martyrs are tastefully decorated and lit up by Hitashi and like-minded people holding the Tiranga high under the aegis of Seva Sahyog. They come marching and play floral tributes while the band plays Sare Jahan Se Acha. Another benefit is creating off-pressure groups, the like of which have done wonders in developed countries like the USA. Joint pool for fundraising. All NGOs can benefit from an institution to approach joint pool for fundraising created by experts available with some local NGOs. Another benefit for accountability, keeping accounts, filling returns and maintaining written records of work done. Impact at grassroots level. All can benefit from occasional workshops and seminars for making our day-to-day working more efficient and professional. This is a motivational approach. We can share our experiences with each other, which could at times be inspirational and at other times motivational. We could learn from each other's failures as well as successes. Another benefit, right linkage is a great force. Once people know you are doing a good public work, they'll come to you with varied needs. One could need your help to adopt a baby, another to donate his eyes, still another one artificial limb for his accident victim child. Once the right linkages are built, you could be of help to one and all. Because people know you as NGOs, they don't know what exactly you are doing. So if NGOs are linked up with each other, it will be a great help. Healthy, enriching discussion and debate. When like-minded people get together, it could be a source of healthy, enriching discussions and debates. Forceful platform for common issues. We could create a forceful platform for taking up common issues. The last one, collective effort for constructive activities and social work. Collective effort could create visibility to all we do, thereby motivating young youth towards constructive activities and social work. Together as one, we can right every wrong. Let's reach out with solidarity and compassion to help the society. Let's stop the talk, let's start to walk the talk and serve the humanity under one umbrella.